Good morning. Welcome to all of you for joining the HMTCA family. And this is all about the students here at HMTCA. So we will start with the national anthem, which is going to be done by Senior Sophia Nalabunga. If you could all please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning. Before I start, I'd like to introduce a few of our dignitaries that are in the audience with us. First and foremost, Honorable Mayor Luke Bronin. Hartford Superintendent Beth Narvaez. President of Trinity College, Joanne Berger-Sweeney. Representative Ed Vargas. Representative Angel Arce. Councilman Larry Dush. Thank you, I'm sorry. Council President T.J. Clark. Chief Operating Officer Don Slater. From the Board of Ed, Mike Breshik. And Eddie Perez. And we're missing one board member, I think. Mr. Stallings, thank you. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Welcome to the brand new home of the Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy High School. Today we celebrate the opening of this beautiful state-of-the-art 56,000 square foot educational facility. Our HMTCA family, including students, staff, parents, and guardians, are thankful for having so many supporters who have been with us every step of the way, so that this day would finally become a reality. The ongoing support of both Superintendent Narvaez and Trinity President Joanne Berger-Sweeney is key to our success. Thank you both very much for supporting and promoting this partnership for our children. With your continued support, every child that walks through the doors at HMTCA will receive the education of a lifetime. My name is Sally Biggs, and I am the proud principal of Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy, formerly named Hartford Magnet Middle School. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our administrative team that has worked together to conquer the challenges of accommodating increased enrollment in temporary and limited spaces. Assistant Principals Marianne Lalama and Sheldon Neal. 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 Assistant Principals Marianne Lalama and Sheldon Our deans, Kevin Duran and Carlika Norman. And key to my success and our school success is my executive assistant, Sherelle Payne. Thank you, Ms. Payne. Today marks the crowning phase of this innovative early college partnership between Hartford Public Schools and Trinity College. 7 years ago, HMMS, Hartford Magnet Middle School, students and families expressed an interest and desire to have their students stay right here at HMMS for high school. The special team of educators that ignited the development of this successful and growing partnership included Dr. Stephen Adamowski, former Hartford Public Schools superintendent, Trinity College's 21st president, Jimmy Jones, former secretary of the college, Bill Reynolds, former dean of faculty, Tom Mitzel, Professor Stephanie Chambers, and Janice Andrews, HMTCA Magnet theme coach. Other critical supporters of this project are our Hartford delegation, Senator Fanfare, Representative Arce, former Representative Roldan, and Hartford Board of Education members and chairman of the School Building Committee, John Motley. Also instrumental in navigating the various phases of this partnership include Melanie Stein, Trinity's interim dean of faculty, Robert Cotto Jr., director of urban educational initiatives, and Marianne Lama, HMTCA administrator, and Kelvin Roldan, chief communications and public policy officer. The initial team of HMTCA teachers is right here in front of me. They include Eileen Flaherty, please stand, Chris Kuhn-Ewing, Adam Leonard, Maria Gonzalez Aldave, who is now working down a central office and unable to attend this morning, Heather Sharp, Jared Lewis, and Alyssa Browman. Special thanks to all of you for paving the way and implementing our early college high school design. In 2011, Superintendent of Schools Dr. Adamowski proposed to Trinity College President Jimmy Jones that Trinity College partner with the award-winning Hartford Magnet Middle School to create Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy. Let me just tell you, that was probably harder than naming my son Seamus. The proposed design was of a college preparatory school which would expand our middle school program to include high school. Starting in 2011, the school added ninth graders in each year following. The first graduating class was a class of 2015. We graduated 74 students last June on the quad at Trinity College. The Hartford Board of Education and trustees of Trinity College approved this historic partnership in May 2011. At the same time, and as a result of HMMS families' hard work and commitment from our students and staff and families, our school was named the #1 magnet school in the nation in 2011. Our HMMS family won the Dr. Ronald P. Simpson Distinguished Merit Award from Washington, D.C. based Magnet Schools of America Association. Of the nearly 6,000 magnet schools across the country, HMMS most exemplified a commitment to diversity, high academic standards, and achievement to curriculum innovation. The Memorandum of Understanding between Hartford Public Schools and Trinity College was signed later that month. Special thanks to Kelvin Roldan for writing the MOU with our Trinity partners. The key provisions of the MOU memorandum provided ways in which Trinity will assist HMTCA in preparing students to gain admittance to and succeed in college, including Trinity faculty serving as advisors in the design and updating of the HMTCA curriculum to ensure focus on college readiness. Trinity professors co-teaching along with HMTCA teachers in our rising 9th grade summer writing classes and 10th grade summer science classes. HMTCA students are also able to take college level courses for credit in their senior year if they meet qualifications to enter such courses. And we are proud and excited to share that the HMTCA enrolled 22 students this past fall semester into college courses at Trinity College. HMTCA students take senior high school level courses on the Trinity campus to experience a college environment. Interactions between the two schools include student mentoring, student internships, use of Trinity's facilities, attendance at major college events, and Trinity's use of the HMTCA Award Marching Band at Trinity events. In addition, there's ongoing collaboration between Trinity faculty and HMTCA educators. Trinity faculty is also represented on the HMTCA School Governance Council. Trinity's partnership with HMTCA is palpable. The use of Trinity College in our school name symbolizes Trinity's commitment to education in the greater Hartford area and underscores HMTCA's seriousness of purpose in preparing students for higher education. The partnership of a college of Trinity's caliber with a college preparatory public high school is indeed historic and one that will serve as a model of academic excellence to be celebrated by our Hartford community. I'm happy to share that 3 HMTCA graduates of the class of 2015 are currently attending Trinity College on full scholarships. As you will see later in the program, our ribbon cutting is signified by that. We will have a 6th grader that will be holding the ribbon on one side, a senior on the other side, and the 3 students cutting, or no longer students, but Trinity students cutting the ribbon are students that started with us in 6th grade and graduated last year and are now at Trinity. The initial Trinity committee was chaired by Bill Reynolds, Office of Secretary of the College, and also included Paul Moutone, Vice President of Finance, Jason Rojas, Director of Community Relations, Megan Fitzsimmons, Director of College Events, and Dean Melanie Stein and former Dean Tom Mitzel and Professor Stephanie Chambers. It was a pleasure during this building project to work with Arcadis O&G, especially our program manager, Jim Foote, and also special thanks to Jack Buckus. We are so very fortunate to have Newfield Construction as our construction managers. They were truly outstanding, and I vote for Rob Zach to be Building Superintendent of the Year. Both Rob and John Pekar were responsible for meeting our building deadline of 2015, December of 2015. Rob and John both were always concerned about the student safety and accommodating our needs. They built this addition without one major disruption to our educational environment. Thank you both. The fabulous design is the work of Tao Soo Kim Partners. They ensure that our staff and students have a state-of-the-art facility with all the best furnishings and equipment, as you will see later this morning on our tours. Thank you for your expertise and your demand for perfection. We love our new home and especially enjoy the beautiful natural light that shines in on our young students daily. Finally, on behalf of the HMTCA family, I would like to thank the Hartford Public Schools and the Trinity College trustees for supporting this education and community partnership. HMTCA, where the education of a lifetime begins, has become a reality for 500 Hartford students and 500 students from surrounding suburban towns. Thanks to all of your support, we will continue to educate HMTCA students to the best of our ability. At this time, we will have a performance by our Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy Chamber Choir, which is directed by Ed Jardum.
I am down and oh my soul, so give me
Thank you, Mr. Jardim. I'd also like to take a quick moment to thank our students that were performing when you entered. We had a string quartet, which was directed by Eddie Hasbatcher. Mr. Hasbatcher, are you? Where it is. And also our symphonic band, directed by Mr. Tom Franklin. At this time, I'd like to ask Superintendent of Schools for the Hartford Public Schools, Dr. Narvez, to come forward for remarks.
Thank you, Principal Biggs, and good morning, everyone. It is always so hard to follow our students. We absolutely have the best students, and you saw their talents on full display this morning. To our new mayor, Luke Bronin, Trinity College President Joanne Berger-Sweeney, all of our elected officials, friends in the audience, my board members who are here, to the staff, and most importantly, our students. It is truly an honor to be able to join you this morning for such a wonderful occasion. I am so excited. It's my first ribbon cutting as superintendent. So this is great to be here and to celebrate such a wonderful day. As you know, I spend a great deal of time visiting schools, and whenever I visit a school, I try to really focus on listening to the stories of students, the stories of our schools, and the stories of our families. And this is a great story. It is a story of vision. It's a story of persistence. It's a story of success. And it is a story about the future of our children. But none of this would be possible without the visionary leadership of Principal Sally Biggs. We talk a lot about leadership around here and how much leadership matters. From the very beginning, Sally saw the opportunity to establish an early college partnership with Trinity College, and she has been a consistent driving force from start to finish for this project to reach its completion, which is why we're celebrating here today. This is truly an exciting event, not just for HMTCA students, but also for many of our future students and their families. This school exemplifies what I hope to see in every school under my care. We talk about some bold goals of 100% college acceptance. But we know for that goal, for that dream to become a reality, our children need opportunities to be prepared to succeed once they leave us. And oh my goodness, this partnership with Trinity College, amazing. You don't get that kind of opportunity everywhere. It really exemplifies how we're changing the narrative for urban education, right? So that cities are urban centers of excellence. I was able to go to the graduation for the first class, the first graduating class last year that was held right across the street on the Trinity College campus, and wow, if that didn't represent excellence and equity, what we stand for here in the Hartford Public Schools. So while I want to acknowledge the visionary leadership of our principal here, I also can't thank you enough, President Berger-Sweeney, for all that the college has done and all the incredible opportunities it provides for our students. I am also truly grateful to the City of Hartford and the State of Connecticut for the investments made in our schools. This is what it's all about, providing quality facilities that allow for the delivery of quality instruction. I'm also grateful for the former mayor that is here today, for his partnership, and for Mayor Segarra as well in this project, and I am truly excited about Mayor Bronin's early partnership with the Hartford Public Schools. While it would be impossible to name everyone who took part in making this a reality, one of our sayings here is it takes a village, it takes a city. I really want to also just finalize my remarks today and close my remarks by thanking the members of the School Building Committee, Chairman John Motley, for their hard work. It takes a lot of people to put this together. It takes all of us. And I want to thank you once again for your great work in delivering this beautiful facility. We promise to use it well. Our students deserve this, so thank you all once again.
Thank you. I'd like to invite Honorable Mayor Luke Bronin forward.
Thank you very much, Principal Biggs. It is an honor to be here, and as we've heard from the many thanks that have gone around, this is what partnership looks like. This is just a tremendous example of what's possible when all of the pillars of the Hartford community come together with one goal in mind. Chairman Motley, Superintendent Narvaez, President Burger-Sweeney, this is just an incredible model for what we hope to do throughout the city of Hartford. And Principal Biggs, with your leadership, we know that we'll be able to take full advantage of all of the opportunities this represents. I can't say how inspiring it was to walk in and hear the symphonic band playing, and then to hear that incredible choral performance by the chamber choirs. Why don't we just give them another round of applause? I hope they're around to hear. It's a tremendous thing to be in a school that understands that arts and sciences go together. That you have to touch the passions of every child wherever they lie, and that every kid, every student has a broad range of interest and passion, and we should give them the chance to explore all of those and to achieve in every arena. I was looking at the motto of this school just sitting down here, pride and passion for achievement, and just thinking about the fact that we are in a beautiful new building. And we are across the street from a world-class college that now you can no longer see across the street, but see it as an achievable goal, see it a place where you can end up. But a building alone and physical proximity alone and the kind of partnership alone we see here, none of that matters without the pride and passion for achievement that the students here have. And keep that in mind. All of this is a possibility, but it's all up to you. If you keep that pride and passion for achievement, you will be able to do anything. And look, just thinking about that song that was just sung, you now get the chance to stand on the shoulders of a world-class university across the street with teachers and administrators here who are committed to your success, with a city that stands behind you ready to partner with you in any way that you can. So you're standing on those shoulders, and you can achieve anything you want to achieve, and there is nothing that is more than you can be. So thank you very much for the chance to be here. To all of the partners who made this possible, an enormous debt of gratitude on behalf of the city of Hartford, and we look forward to seeing more and more students from this academy attend college across the street, attend college down the road, attend college around our state or around our country. The aspiration, Superintendent, is the right one. It's an ambitious one, but it's one that partnerships like this can actually achieve. So thank you, everybody, and thanks for the opportunity, Principal.
Thank you, Mayor Bronin. I'd like to ask President of Trinity College, Joanne Burger-Sweeney, to offer some remarks.
Thank you very much. It is an honor to be here. I want to begin my remarks by saying Beth and I started at just about the same time. And when you are new at an institution, sometimes you look around and you say, what was my predecessor thinking? How did that get in place? Luke, you will discover over the next couple of months, you will look around and say, why? How did that get started? However, when I look at what my predecessors decided to do with, very importantly, Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy, what an incredible set of words to bring together. And this is one of those times that I look at my predecessors and say, the vision that you had is really incredible for the city of Hartford, for the students of Hartford, and for education and higher education in general. When I looked and thought about coming to Trinity College as its president, I actually recognized and started to see information about HMTCA, and I wondered what it meant, and I wondered how many selective liberal arts colleges in the country partnered in this kind of way with the city. And I can assure you the answer to that is not very many. These kinds of private-public partnerships in education are really special. And they're so special that last year, my first year, one of the first things that I did when I had the opportunity was ask one of our Trinity College donors to support an endowment for an HMTCA student to come to Trinity College. And when you put that money in the endowment, you are putting it in for perpetuity. It means as long as Trinity College Academy is here, you will have a place and a student who can have full support to come to Trinity College. That's how important this partnership was to me, even though I was clearly not the one to create it. And it's because, as an educator, I lock arms with every other educator here to support the row of people who are back there, our next generation of students. And if you look around, take pride in what you see back there. That is the generation that is going to lead us forward in the future. And that is why I'm here. I think that's why each and every one of the teachers and administrators are here. They are here to support you and to help you recognize that going across the street to one of the best and most selective liberal arts colleges in the country is in your realm of possibility. So I leave you with that, as you said, passion and pride and achievement. I was a student in Los Angeles from a so-so public high school who had an opportunity to go to a selective liberal arts college in New England, and it changed my life. I want that for each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, President Berger-Sweeney, for your commitment to our partnership. I'd like to ask student Brandon Jones to come forward. Brandon is the HMTCA junior. He is a junior here, and he is one of our school governance council representatives.
Welcome all. It is a great pleasure to be here representing my classmates for the opening ceremony of Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy's new high school edition. Today, we celebrate the grand opening of a beautiful, new, state-of-the-art high school wing for HMTCA. In the last 20 years, only one principal has completed a project such as this. Let's take a moment to give a round of applause to our principal, Mrs. Biggs. We are thankful for not only her work, but for that of all the administration, staff, Trinity College faculty, governance council members, architects, contractors, and anyone else that played a part, big or small, in getting this long-awaited project done. We thank you. I speak for all my classmates when I say, job well done. Today marks the fruition of an idea that began about 6 years ago. This building is a culmination of all the best and brightest ideas from the people that care about the students here, wrapped up with a big bow. And how appropriate that we got this right around Christmas time. When I first enrolled here in the 6th grade, I was under the impression that I would have to transfer somewhere else for high school. But when I heard about the prospects of a high school being built here during a parent-teacher conference, it opened up new options, and so by the end of 7th grade, I began to discuss with my father the possibility of me staying if given the opportunity to. My 8th grade year was the second year of the high school's establishment, but there was not yet a concrete high school to qualify its existence. I must admit, I definitely had concerns with whether or not I would receive a fulfilling high school experience here when I could be going to a more well-established high school. I looked into some other high school options, mostly private schools, but at the end of the day, after having reflected on my time at HMTCA, I realized that the amount of care, guidance, and dedication that the teachers bring forth day in and day out was unmatchable. And so I knew then that whatever the high school lacked at first, there would be tremendous efforts by the teachers and administration to accommodate the students and make the best out of the situation. So staying here was no longer a question, but I did wonder about when the process of creating this new building was going to actually start. My hope was that I would at least be around long enough to graduate from it. However, this hope was dampened day by day. We would hear occasionally what step of the process the building was on, but from our perspectives, it seemed almost as if nothing had been done, except for the creation of a construction site and a courtyard completely torn out, leaving nothing behind but an empty dirt space surrounded by fencing. I think some of the teachers shared in the students' disbelief and frustration, but Mrs. Biggs did not fail us. My sophomore year, while sitting in my AP World History class, my classmates and I watched the shell of this building form brick by brick. While we probably should have been more focused, we had such a great view of the construction, and so we could not help but watch occasionally. By this time, the projected completion date was still a year away. Now we are finally here, standing in this great place, and at least for me, it still seems so surreal. It's definitely still going to take a little while to get used to, and I can't explain in words how appreciative I am, how appreciative all the students are for what we have. We've grown so much as a high school, and I truly believe that the climate of this school is going to be greater than it's ever been. The significance of today extends beyond the opening of this brand new high school at which everyone is marveling. Today marks the beginning of a growth unimaginable, with no achievement unattainable for each and every student here at HMTCA. We are beyond excited for our bright futures, and we look forward to proving not only of HMTCA's greatness, but the greatness of the city of Hartford. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. I'd like Chairman of the Hartford School Building Committee, John Motley, to come forward.
Since so many of the speakers have already thanked everyone, I'm going to spend the time allocated to me to just talk about me a little bit. Thank you, yes. A lot of you don't know me that well, and so I'll just tell you a little bit about me. First of all, I'm a trumpet player. Thank you very much. I'm a singer. By the way, I'm thinking of a new group. Used to be one called Peter, Paul, and Mary. There's a new group that probably will sing at some fundraising event. It's going to be Luke, John, and Beth. We are all singers. Did you know that? Now you know. Okay, you in? You're in? Okay, all right. We're going to go to... Oh, you sing too? Oh my goodness. The price just went up. We're just talking about starting at about $5,000 to get us out. But at any rate, quickly. Many of the people that I wanted to thank have already been thanked, but I have to call a few by name. The group that has really managed this whole process, Arcadis O&G and Jack Butkus, just wave, Jack. All of the people from your group, wave. They designed for this building, as was the master design for the whole project, was undertaken by a world-class architect, Tai Soo Kim. Tai, I'm going to ask you to stand. Tai Soo Kim is here with us, world-class architect. Construction was by Hartford-based, by the way, Hartford-based, and also Hartford-based firm built this project, Newfield Construction. Can all the people from Newfield raise your hand? Can all of the folks from consulting engineering, Freeman companies, and all the subcontractors raise your hand? Thank you. Let's give all the people involved in making this possible a great hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Craig Stallings, Secretary of the Hartford Board of Education.
Well, thank you. I'll be even more brief than Mr. Motley. I just want to first say thank you to Robert Colto, who is a colleague of mine, a member of the Board of Education, also an employee at Trinity College. So I want to say thank you to him. This is exciting, very exciting. This is a project that my mother started to work on when she was a board member, and now it's to fruition, which is a wonderful thing, and I wish she was here to see it. I just want to thank all of you. I actually brought one of my sons here because he was thinking about transferring in, so he wanted to see what was going on today. So thank you for allowing us. That's my little guy in the back. So I just want to say one thing really quickly, which is this is an amazing building. We have an amazing opportunity to do things and impact the community. So don't think that the hard work is over just because we have a beautiful building. Remember to make this a center of improvement. Invite your parents, invite your family members, make this a center for families, make this a truly rich environment so that we can teach intergenerationally. Different generations, and remember to impact the community around this school. There are so many people who need your leadership. There's so many people who need your guidance, need your smile, and need your intellect out there just to make it to the next day. So I want to thank you again. Thank you for having me. I wish you well. I'll see you in coming months, and thank you again.
Key to the success of HMTCA is our parents. Speaking on behalf of our parents is Marlene Harris. She is the school governance co-chair. Ms. Harris.
Thank you. It's truly a pleasure to be a proud parent of HMTCA. I consider every one of these students my child, because you will be taking care of us. You are our future. So you are all my children. So now I have about 200 kids, and I'm very happy to have you all in my family. I'm also a proud member of the Governance Council, and under the leadership of Ms. Sally Biggs, we've been able to come together as a team of parents, teachers, community representatives as well, to really produce a product that has been an instrumental part of the school. We come together once a month, we meet, and it's an enjoyable meeting. And I encourage any parent that's here to become involved in school teams, such as the Governance Council and our PTA. We have our president right here, Ms. Carmen Cotton. It's important, I think, as parents, we owe this to our kids, to be a part of the students, not just drop off, pick up, but to be there as a part of their learning process. I'm also a nurse at Hartford Hospital, and I can tell you that HMTCA has made a huge impact at Hartford Hospital. The teachers are instrumental in bringing their students over to our simulation center, and I can tell you day after day they're asking, when are they coming back? Because of the smiles, as Mr. Stallings just talked about, the impact you of students and teachers that have made at Hartford Hospital. Actually, some of our students are volunteers there as well. I have two children that are biologically my children that are students here. One graduated, the first graduating class last year, and my second daughter, Morgan Harris over there, is also a student. I'm proud to say that my daughter, freshman, is a freshman at Seton Hall University and made the dean's list. And that would not have been possible. And that would not have been possible without the great energy, support from all the families, friends, teachers that are here. So again, the building that's here is beautiful. This faces, smiles, and energy is even more of a support to all of us. And I encourage all the students to continue your path, the journey through your education to become, as Mr. Stallings said, a part of our community, because we want you to be shining stars, and we know that you are already. So on behalf of the Governance Council, we bring you welcome, and we hope that you have a wonderful tour of the school, those that have not. And again, thank you for all the support you've given to HMTCA.
Could I ask our parents to please stand? We have a number of parents here and around. Thank you for your commitment. Just to share a few other places our students are attending. Of our 74 graduates, I told you 3 of them are across the street at Trinity. We have a student at West Point. We have Ms. Harris's daughter is at Seton Hall. We have students in the UConn Honors Program. So our kids have gone Drexel long and far and to great places, and that's just the beginning for us. At this time, our last speaker, Kevin Parody, a senior. Kevin is the senior class president. Kevin.
Four years ago, my peers and I began our freshman year here at HMTCA. Many of us came from the middle school, others joined us along our way. I can still recall the first few months we had to share rooms with middle schoolers while teachers rolled their entire classrooms around the school on carts. It was, at times, a mess, but we learned to appreciate the smaller things, such as relishing the days when the 6th graders were away so we could use their classroom for the whole period. To put things simply, there was no space for us. And while we've always had a home here, something just hasn't felt quite right until now. Going back to freshman year, I remember when the portables were opened after months of delay, we finally had a place of our own, one that we did not have to borrow or share with the middle school. However, this place was not the prettiest, nor was it the most practical. We pushed through the bottlenecked halls, trudged through the rain and snow, and we suffered through the broken cooling units in the summer. We looked hopefully to the new building and waited. At the time, the days felt like weeks and the weeks months. As we watched the building come to life, we grew alongside it, in numbers and in knowledge. While time may have seemingly scraped by us as we awaited completion of the building, in reality, it was just 3 short years. In that time, we expanded our courses, offering classes such as anatomy, robotics, mobile computer science principles, and even beekeeping. We have grown from 600 to more than 1,000 students, each one striving for success. And now that we are here today, I have to say, the wait was worth it. When people ask us where it is we go to school, we can proudly say Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy, knowing that we are no longer just a continuation of our middle school, but our own high school, one which lives up to the excellence for which we are known. My classmates and I would like to thank each and every one of you who has helped us to get to where we are today. This is more than just a building to us. It is a place where we can grow as students and as people. It is the home we have waited so long for. And Ms. Biggs will now lead us into our second ceremonial ribbon cutting. Thank you.